Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have this position, white to play and win, and white's pawn is moving forward in this direction, and as you can see all of our pieces are hanging. Actually all of them are under attack except this pawn, as a hint for you to be a hint when you get the moves on your own. This pawn is our main asset, right? So you have to keep that alive and make it a queen, right? So that is it. You can pause the video and guess the move, and we are going to solve the puzzle together. Best of luck. Okay, welcome back. So like I said, everything is hanging and we have to be careful here with what we are doing, because there is only a single way to solve the problem. And what I should do something is, if we try to save the rook, actually saving the rook seems reasonable and the most logical response. But if we try to do that, black is going to capture our bishop, and the bishop is obviously defended by the king, and now the black's bishop are placed very well, right? So in this position we cannot push, and if we didn't move the king, black is going to play here and capture our pawn. And that one thing I should mention, for those of you who don't know, if black managed to capture the pawn, a bishop against a rook is just a draw. It's a theoretically drawn position unless black is in a bad position, right? So keep that in mind, and this is actually a draw. So after a couple of moves, black can pull out the draw, and this is not going to be a win. And of course, if we try to save the bishop, black is going to capture our rook, and black is going to grab the pawn on the next move. It doesn't matter, we would end up with only a bishop, but only a bishop cannot deliver a checkmate alone, right? So that is not going to work for us. So what is the move then? Well, the move is actually rook to c7 check, and the idea is pretty nice. Now obviously we have to give one of our piece, and we are sacrificing the bishop, but we are going to play rook to h7 on the next move and attack this poor black bishop. And now that one thing I should mention here, if the bishop leaves this diagonal, for example, if the bishop plays here, the path for the pawn is going to be very clear to be pushed and promoted on the next move, right? So if black does that and play anywhere along this diagonal, we are going to pin this bishop first, and the bishop obviously cannot go back, and we are going to push and simply attack the bishop, right? So in this position, after black plays, we can push, and now if you had a chance to see that the bishop is pinned, the white color bishop is pinned, cannot move anywhere, and the king cannot move anywhere as well, because we are going to grab black's bishop for free, and we do have a passed pawn, a rook, and that is going to be a win. It's enough for win, right? So if black try to sacrifice the bishop for the pawn, we don't actually care, because a rook alone can actually deliver a checkmate. So this is absolute win for us. So that is the idea. So in this position, the king cannot move, and if black try to simply attack our pawn, it's too late for black, because we are going to push, and since the bishop is pinned, black cannot do anything, and this is actually obviously winning, right? So black cannot do anything in this position. What can black do? For example, if black plays a random move like this, we are going to capture that with a queen by promoting to a queen. And if black in this position rotates with a king, we simply are going to capture black's pawn and black's bishop and make a queen. So this is winning. So that is what we are going to do if black does that, if black plays anywhere in this diagonal. Well, what about the other moves, right? The other moves, what I mean is the move bishop to g5, right? The bishop is still defending the crucial diagonal here. So what should we do in this position? Well, the thing is, now we can actually play the same move, rook to h8, and the idea is we are pinning the bishop and the white color bishop cannot move anyway. So the king cannot move either because we are going to simply capture the bishop, and with a rook plus a passed pawn, this is comfortable way, right? So what can black do in this position? Well, black cannot go back with the bishop. Black cannot move the king. Obviously, the other bishop is pinned. So it looks like black doesn't have much options except to play bishop to e7. So in this position, the best move, what do you think the best move is? You can pause the video when I am explaining the move to try and guess your own move. So best of luck. Well, now we are going to play rook to g8, and the idea is now black cannot move to g5 going back, but actually black can play bishop to h5, and it's the same thing. It serves the defensive role of the crucial diagonal. But what we are going to do is simply push the pawn anyway, and if black captures that, we are going to capture the bishop back with the king. And see now, the enemy king has 3 legal moves. 2 of them leads to a lose in a bishop, and black must play king to d7 to still defend the bishop, right? So now we are going to pull out the most nasty move. We are going to play rook to h8, and we are going to defend the h5 square, which the bishop cannot move anywhere, and the king has to go back to defend the bishop, right? So the bishop cannot move anywhere, it's going to be just captured, and the king is the only piece that can move. Actually, practically the king is the only move that can move, but in order to still serve the defensive role of the bishop, the king must play king to d8, and we are going to play king to e6. And actually now it's forced, black is going to give up the bishop, and we are going to win the game, right? So that is what would happen if black does that, and that is what we are going to play. And in this position, if black plays bishop to e7 from the beginning, we are going to play rook to h8. Actually, the idea is similar, but there is a slight difference between the moves, the sequence of the moves. So now black has still to move around this diagonal. So black will move to g5, and we are going to play rook to g8, attacking black's bishop. And now it doesn't matter where black moves, we are going to simply push our pawn, right? Black can move this direction as well. It's similar thing. We are going to trade this and capture the bishop with a queen. Well, we are going to get a queen as well. So black has no choice except to capture that, but obviously we are going to capture the the bishop, and it's going to be the same thing, right? So I said there is a slight difference in variation, and this is the difference, and we are going to arrive at similar position where black is forced to give out the bishop, and we are going to win the game this way. So this is actually the solution of the puzzle. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.